What's going on, you guys? Wanted to talk to you today about X-Wing Wave 14. We're going to be talking about Saw Gerrera today. We're going to just call this the Saw stuff. There we go, Saw stuff. We're going to be just looking at different ways that you can maybe use Saw Gerrera. So I'm going to start off kind of with just a classic here. I'm going to pull up a YT 1300, maybe one of the first ships many of you guys ever bought. We're going to put Han Solo on there, and we're going to put Saw Gerrera on here. And he's a what is he? He only costs 1. So let's look at Saw Gerrera. Only costs 1. When attacking, you may suffer 1 damage to change all of your eyeballs to critical results. This is great for a number of reasons. First off, he only costs 1, so he's a cheap crew. Second off, he doesn't require an action. And that's really great as well. I like that he doesn't require an action. And he's giving you that, that basically that focus ability, but he's giving you an enhanced version of it because it's turning them all to crits. So you can really get a lot of crits through. Nowadays, like more and more low agility ships means more and more chances to actually get critical damage through. A lot of these ships aren't even really shielded all that well. So, I think getting crits through is going to become more and more relevant. I think it's going to become more and more popular. And I think Saw's going to be great for that. So putting him here with Han Solo, we could also toss maybe a gunner on there. We don't even really need it though, because Han also has an ability that gives him rerolls. So the two things that synergize best with each other, in my opinion, are being able to mitigate your blank dice through rerolls and being able to mitigate your eyeballs through a focus. So that's why the Magic 2, if you had an old push the limit, was always target lock and focus. And so like with Han Solo with Saw Gerrera, you kind of have a version of that already, and in that Han Solo lets you re-roll stuff. So if you roll an attack with Han and you get like 1 or 2 blanks, you might want to say, you know what, I'll just do the whole thing with Han again. And if you're going to do this, then maybe you put on the old-fashioned Millennium Falcon title, so you can actually use your action for evades for defense. And that's one thing that Saw does that's great, is he frees up your action to be something else. For some people that might be target lock, for other people it might be something else. So let's look at another option. Let's to get away from the 1300. Let's put a 2400 on there. Now we've got dash. Now we can potentially try and go for like a super dash. Let's give him the Outrider, and let's give him a heavy laser cannon. Well, I'm going crazy, right? We can mitigate that donut hole a little bit by putting veteran instincts on this guy, and we're going to give him Saw Gerrera, and we're just going to assume everybody's got Saw Gerrera, and we're also going to give him engine upgrade too. Why not? Give him maximum movability. He's now always going to be able to move around for his action, and that's going to be great. So that's going to be, he's always, especially at PS9, he's always going to be able to move. He's always, he wants to boost or barrel roll or whatever, just to put as much distance between as possible. And the cool thing with heavy laser cannon is normally you don't really get those crits. So with Saw Gerrera, now you can potentially get crits on the heavy laser cannon this way, and you can shoot pretty much wherever you want. So that's another kind of a cool way to put him on there, especially when you're not going to be able to have that focus action quite so easily. And he's giving you the enhanced focus. So he's giving you 2 things here. He's giving you a focus, and he's giving you a crit that you didn't have before. So cool stuff. I'm liking it. Well, since we're doing real big, nasty ships, let's put out the VCX. Oh, let's put out my friend Kanan. Kanan's always a great one. And the cool thing about Kanan is when we can do some, first off, we're getting 4 attack dice already. I'm going to put Saw on there. Now all of a sudden Kanan can use those focuses for other things. We can even go ahead and do something like put Rey on here. So this way we can, if we don't spend the focus, we can bank it. And the VCX has plenty of hull. That's one of the things that you kind of need, though. You need shields and hull, because Saw is going to do a damage to you. But sometimes that's fine. Like, you wouldn't want Saw on an A-Wing. Not to mention the fact that the A-Wing doesn't have a crew. You couldn't put him on there anyway. But that's the thing, is you don't really want him on really ships that you're going to die really quick. So I wouldn't put him on an attack shuttle or a sheathipede, because you don't want to be taking damage on those. But here, you got shields and hull for days, no problem. We'll have Rey bank those focuses, so Kanan's going to have all kinds of extra stuff. Or I mean, there's plenty of other options here, but Kanan definitely doesn't want to have to spend focuses on attack. He wants to spend them on support. and nerfing the enemy attacks. And then Saw says, hey, go ahead, man, I got you covered. So that's another kind of a cool way to run him. Let's go with a different one. Let's go with Nora in an Arc 170. All right, Arc 170 is a smaller ship, all right, but does have the shields, does have the hull, so can potentially afford it. You know, potentially. And there's maybe a little bit of a bigger payoff here. So we'll put Alliance Overhaul. So that we're going to get an extra die. Nora's ability. You're going to add that eyeball to your roll. So you already need something to deal with eyeballs. But Nora wants you to have a target lock. Okay, no problem. We're going to give her Saw. Now, the reason I really like this option is because you can put R2-D2 on here. So you can be taking that damage to shield, but you can regenerate it every turn. So, you know, you're really kind of... Saw likes R2 because Saw breaks something and R2 fixes it. Saw breaks it, R2 fixes it over and over and over again. You know, you're mitigating that. Now, R2 is expensive, and R2 is kind of mitigated by mitigating Saw's cheap costs. So they're, you know, for 5 points, though, you're still getting some cool stuff. You're getting lots of crits. You know, and you're looking at 3 dice out the front. Nora's giving you another one, so you're already looking at like a 4 dice attack with at least one guaranteed crit. But the only thing you need to do is you need to get that target lock. So to help Nora do that, we'll give her Veteran Instincts. So she's moving at a 9, very likely to be able to take the target lock that she wants. That one I think would be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of good stuff you can do with that one. If you want to do something else with modifications, you can potentially do that. But that's you're already 35 points for a small ship. You're getting kind of hefty there. But I'm gonna go ahead and put Saw on a B-wing because B-wings are my favorite. All right, if you've seen me, you know I love Saw, and I'm gonna do a whole build off of this. So what are we gonna do with Saw? So we're gonna take a B-wing, and I'm gonna go with 10 Numb. 10 Numb is a good one to do this because hey. You're going to get a crit through no matter what, right? And just in case you end up having to go up against a Soontir Fel or something like that, well, Saw's got some natural synergy with 10 Numb. Plus, 10 Numb's the highest pilot skill B-Wing, so that's great too. So we're going to go put the B-Wing E2 title on there so we can get the crew slot. Go ahead and put Saw Gerrera. He's flying around in this B-Wing. He's having a blast. Saw Gerrera is there. And what we'll do, since we've got focuses already taken care of, right, with Saw. Let's try to get some rerolls already taken care of, and we'll go with Linked Battery. So we can mitigate those blank rolls. Now, we're completely action independent. So I can totally afford to just barrel roll around if I want. Or if I want to go ahead and take a target lock just in case I really need it, or a focus for maybe defense, I can. But those aren't as crucial here. The crucial thing here is being able to reposition and just having total freedom. Even if you bump, you're still getting everything. So I love that. I'm gonna, because I'm feeling a little crazy, let's go ahead and let's give him Opportunist also, just in case. You know, I'm feeling a little wild. Maybe we get to shoot. And the reason I'm giving him Opportunist is I'm also going to put another B-Wing on here, and I'm going to make that one Kian Farlander. And I'm going to give Kian Farlander adaptability so he can raise him up to 8, so he can shoot first, and then hopefully 10 Numb's second, you know, backup shot, they will have already have the tokens stripped. So now I'm looking at extra dice, rerolls, a strong shot from 10 Numb with Saw Gerrera, lots of crits getting through. That one would be fun. So let's look at Kian Farlander. What are we going to want to do with Kian Farlander? So we give him adaptability. I'm also going to give him Linked Battery. Kian Farlander's, you know, he needs some stress, and that's real easy for him to be able to do. It's very easy to get stress on him. And you know, we have collision detector. We might as well put collision detector on both of them. Now Kian Farlander is going to require to do some special moves. So what I'll generally do to make something like this work, so I can manufacture the stress on Kian Farlander, is I start 10 Numb off a little farther up, going faster, and Kian Farlander starting him going a little bit slower, and just do red maneuvers on Kian and have him get rid of the stress that way. He'll be more maneuverable that way. Yes, usually people will run Push the Limit. I like to run Maul with Kian Farlander, but the problem is then I have to put Ezra on, and I have to put, you know, and I start to run out of points. There's a way we could do this. I could drop Opportunist, I suppose. But I'm looking at a couple of different things here. This is really about 10 Numb, and then I'm looking at you know, if I wanted to maximize Kian Farlander, I would drop Opportunist off of 10 Numb, and maybe just put VI on him, and then I have enough points to throw Ezra on, because I'm going to add an HWK. I'm just going to get a little fun here. put Janors out there, and we'll give her a dorsal turret. And then so she can buff 10 Num's attack even more. So the idea here, it's not that I'm really trying to maximize Kian Farlander, because I feel like it's a missed opportunity running Kian without Maul. And so I could actually add Ezra to here. I probably could do that. I would just be a little bit over. I mean, I guess I could drop linked battery. So let's do that. Heck, let's go for it. Let's go for it. All right. You talked me into it, even though you're not really talking to me right now. All right, Ezra costs 3. We can make this work. We can make this work. Ezra Bridger. Okay, see, the cool thing about B-Wings now is with the linked battery, you don't even have to have the rerolls. But Maul gives you the rerolls. Okay, B-Wing E2. Oh, the problem is Maul is 3. Maul is also 3, isn't he? And Maul. Yeah, so now that puts me over. I'm at 103. I'd have to run Jan either without a turret or drop Opportunist down to VI, but then I'm shooting first, and then, well, I wouldn't be able to use Opportunist anyway, so that's fine. Let's do that. All right, VI. All right, there we go. Change the build up a little bit, but there was 2 ways to run this. We could run a weaker Kian Farlander for a stronger 10 Num with Saw in order to get those crits through after they've spent everything. But maybe 10 Num's better off to go first and shoot first anyway, since one of those crits is getting through regardless whatever they do. And then Kian can come back in later. And then he doesn't even need adaptability, but we might as well leave that on him. We'll give Jan Orr's trick shot, and we'll be good there. So we got Ezra, and actually this is going to synergize. Ezra synergizes with Jan, so she takes the stress. You know, then she gets an automatic, you know, bonus or benefit from that. So Jan Orr's can benefit either one of them depending on what their role is. We get a lot of dice out of these guys. So that's kind of just some different ways to run Saw. I'd like Saw, you know, and I'll link this build in the description below. But I just want to give you guys kind of some different ideas that are floating around my head in regards to Saw Gerrera. And hopefully we'll be getting some more X-Wing previews very, very soon. I want to thank you guys. To remind you there's another round of the giveaway going on right now. The only thing you need to do to enter that is to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos, and you can win an expansion of your choice in the form of a $20 Cool Stuff gift card. It's as simple as that. If you like this video, go ahead and please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate all the support, guys. If you know, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I am really, you know, the channel's been doing great lately, so it's all because of you guys, so thank you so much for that. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do, and click that bell for alerts so you can be notified as soon as new stuff comes out. I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and have a great day.